The Clay Center Tigers tonight open up North Central Kansas League action as they take on the Marysville Bulldogs in the Black Squirrel City. Tiger pregame is here, being brought to you by Clay County National Bank, Farmers Union Insurance, Jim Gearhan, Debenham Electric Heating and Air, Republican Valley Irrigation, and McGee Roofing. Our pregame talk with Coach Kelly Williams on pregame coming up next.
Do you believe professionalism should be rewarded? When you find a contractor who shows up early, works long days, gets the job done on time with expertise, cleans up so well you can't tell they've been there except for the fact their work is finished and looking great, you know that's the only contractor you'll ever want to hire. These are words that an actual customer has used to describe McGee Roofing. The customer has used McGee Roofing twice and will again. Reward professionalism, hire McGee Roofing.
Back on Tiger pregame, talking now with head coach Kelly Williams. The Tigers open up NCKL League play tonight on the road at Marysville. Coach, let's go to Tuesday night against the Beloit Trojans. We said going in, just a really, really good team. I think it's safe to say that your guys very early in the season have seen two great teams, but it's also, you alluded to it in pregame in the last ball game, they've seen two different styles of really good teams. You know, they had the big inside force of Rock Creek that you guys just didn't have an answer for, and then the quick of the Beloit guards that just cause mayhem for everybody they play. And you said it's a great learning curve to use for the future of the team, but they've really been tested in a big way, your guys.
We have been tested. Two great tests so far, two really good challenges, and for the most part, you know, just neglecting the final score, we've graded out decently in some aspects. You know, again, we're still really at the beginning of this thing. So we've had two really challenging exams at the very get-go. You know, it's like trying to test somebody in the classroom over something that you really haven't had a ton of time to learn yet, and not only be a test, but maybe like the very end of the semester final. So we've had two extremely difficult tests thus far, two really good, really experienced teams. You know, and it's not just the guard play that was quick with Beloit. It's the fact that the posts that they could put out there as well were extremely athletic. Mm-hmm. You know, R.J. Jackson is going to go play Division I football. Hunter Budke's a sophomore, but his brother plays at Huddersfield Community College, and Hunter's going to be a fantastic player inside. So they're just very athletic across the board and very quick. We were pleased with how we played in the first quarter, energy-wise, effort-wise, and even focus-wise. We were a little rushed from time to time offensively, and that's something that, again, as we just mature throughout the year and gain experience throughout the year on that offensive end and the half-court set, we'll get a little more patient, we'll get a little more deliberate. We won't take the very first clean, open look. You know, we'll exhibit a little bit more patience, and we'll breathe a little bit. Right now, we get the first sigh of relief, the first breath, because we've kind of fought off some of the pressure from Beloit or Rock Creek, and we want to attack immediately off of that. And we just have some maturation that we have to go through on that offensive end in the half court, and hopefully we can see a little bit of progress tonight. But pretty pleased with how we played from beginning to finish on Tuesday night. Our game plan was we were going to make them make jump shots against us because they're so good with the ball. Just fantastic ball handling ability, fantastic ability to slash and get to the goal and finish, or to slash and kick out. So we were going to stay in front. We got a lot of good work in our zone. We said, you're going to make the jump shots, and they made their jump shots, whether we were heavily contested or if they were able to get an open look. You know, they lost Peyton Better from last year, who was a fantastic deep threat, and it looks like they've got another one in the Hesting kid who had only 6 threes on us with 18 points. But they've got some great shooters, some great players. But overall, we took some steps forward. We still got a long ways to go, but it was another good challenge. And another good one to experience here early on, to just see exactly where we are and where we need to go with a couple of things.
I want to take you to early in the ball game, Coach. You mentioned the first quarter. It was an electric first quarter. You guys tied it up 15-15 and, you know, kind of woke Beloit up a little bit. Then you hung in there, as you said, through the halftime and just wore down a little bit. But you were down 10-0 in that opening quarter, and you just kind of let your guys work it out on the floor. I guess take me through your thought process, because I thought it was outstanding. Your guys did dig in, settled into the game, tied it up. You know, they made a terrific run to get that thing at 15-15.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we did have a 15-13 lead there, I think, going into the last minute of the quarter. So we were, and it might even been less than that. And they kind of got a bucket there towards the end, I think, off a steal, a real quick kick out. There's a certain amount of preparation that the kids go through, Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday to get ready for Tuesday and Friday night. I do a lot of standing and a lot of hollering and a lot of coaching right now. And throughout the season, I look to try to dial that back more and more and more. And that kind of, parallels the idea of letting them figure that stuff out in the first quarter. We've done what we think we got to do to be successful. And if we all of a sudden got a call timeout early on in the game and changed things radically, then we really didn't do a very good job on Monday, Wednesday, or Thursday. And we thought we did do a good job preparing for Beloit. We thought we had been doing some things well in practice. And we kind of reminded the kids of that quickly in the first quarter. And they were able to dig in, hunker down, and just focus on doing what we needed to do. At the end of the day, it comes down to, us over them. How well have we practiced our stuff? How well have we prepared our stuff? How well can we execute it, against a variety of situations? So really, really, really proud of that first quarter and the effort there. It just kind of wore down a little bit in the second quarter. Again, playing a really experienced team that's been there before in that situation when we haven't necessarily. And we got to close out the half a little bit better. We've got 2 games now where we have not closed out that second quarter as good as we can. Where we have a single-digit deficit that all of a sudden balloons by 5 or 6 additional points because we get a turnover, we take a poor shot, and we don't get back in transition, and we don't have a good stand in the half court defensively. So we need to finish out a little better, give ourselves a better feel, a better vibe going into halftime. But the first quarter was fun. The guys had a blast. We came over to the sideline there between the first and second, and you could see it in their faces. They were enjoying themselves, enjoying basketball. Being played that hard and that focus. So that was a good thing to see.
I want to talk about a couple of guys individually. Bo Richardson, everyone sees the scoring that guys do, and he has scored it well. He's leading your team at 9 points a game. But I'm also seeing him hitting the boards. I mean, he's got a good number in the first 2 games, crashing the board. I see him going right more. I know it's something you mentioned to me when you guys first started working, and it's something that he's got to add to his game, and it seems he's worked on it. And I'm also going to throw in there Ethan Rosine, who I don't know if it's a surprise to people inside basketball, but I hear a lot of people asking me, who's this Rosine kid? Because they hear him on the air. He can score the basketball. I mentioned he reminds me of a quick draw artist a lot because he gets it off so quickly against good athletes, taller guys. But he also, I thought in the second game, stepped up his defensive ability and his rebounding ability, and that's something he's going to have to do. But those 2 guys have been, I think, really good things to see on the court.
Yep, they've played very well so far. Bo, I think we can attribute a lot of that to some of his varsity experience. I think the game's at a pretty good speed for him. I think he can handle the speed and take advantage of the speed of the game, and he's done a good job of working hard here the first 3.5+ weeks of practice at getting ready and taking advantage of some of the things we have set up in our offense, and taking advantage of the way we've kind of adjusted our man-to-man defense. And so Bo has done a great job of seizing the opportunities that have been presented to him. Ethan is similar to that, in that he's been granted some opportunities. He's earned some of those opportunities, and he's just playing well within the offense, within the defense. He's not trying to do something that he's not supposed to do. And Ethan works really, really hard. A lot of credit's got to be given to Ethan for his efforts throughout the off season, this past summer and the fall. I know he worked with Coach Oldie at the Oldie Academy, and he did a lot of stuff throughout the summer to improve his game. And it's a good story for Ethan because a good little moral of the story there is commitment to anything, and you're definitely gonna reap the reward a little bit. And he's been doing that, and we're gonna have to continue to see some development from him because he can be a very big aspect for us moving forward if he continues to progress. But been very pleased with him so far, and he does have a lightning quick release on that shot. And he does a good job of releasing nice and high very quickly, so it can't get contested or it can't get blocked. But he'll continue to refine his game a little bit, be a little bit more aggressive in transition, get down there and post up for us, so we have to target. But he's been playing well so far. We've had a few guys around the perimeter that have done well as well. You know, we're still figuring it out a little bit. But we've got a lot of guys that, you know, again, Tuesday night was their second varsity experience, and it was against a very good team. So we're looking to continue to grow. We're excited about tonight for sure. We're looking tonight as kind of maybe our game where we break out and get a benefit from a little bit of what we've been putting in so far.
You talk about game speed a lot, and I know what exactly you're talking about. When you step onto a varsity court, it really does, the pace, everything about it, from the starting lineups being announced to the opening tip-off, it changes. Tonight against Marysville, who's got off to a 2-1 start, doing some good things. They did lose to Sabetha in their last game pretty big, but won against Axtell and against Auburn. That game speed you experienced, even though it's a league matchup, it's got to slow down for you guys some, and it should each and every game going forward, don't you think?
Yes, absolutely. You know, we were talking in the locker room after the game on Tuesday that, you know, we played a really good team again, and we got to see a different level of speed. But our schedule is full of teams that, you know, can rival Beloit and Rock Creek in terms of quality and speed. So one should think that it slowed down a little bit tonight. We are still going to go at it with the same pace and effort and energy that we want to, because we're hoping that maybe we're a little bit more battle tested. You know, maybe we can actually exert ourselves and control some things and push the way we want to push and be the ones that dictate the actual flow and rhythm of the game. Marysville's gotten off to a really good start. You know, it's a brand new beginning for them as well with Coach Brown, since moved in from Fowler. They've got a different style. I know Coach Melcher had him really, really hard-nosed in a half-court defensive set. Really tough team to score on in the past, and had some size and athleticism. And they still have the athleticism. They may not have the same size they've had recently, but they want to get out and transition a little bit more, and they're a little bit quick to pull the trigger on some of their shots. So they're going to want to get up plenty of shots. They're going to play a lot of man-to-man on us. So, you know, on paper, it stacks up pretty good for us. It's some of the things that we want to see and that we're prepared to hopefully take advantage of. You know, we're built for a team like Marysville, style-wise. This kind of feeds to us a little bit. So hopefully we can carry out some of the things that we've been practicing on with our secondary breaks, with our full court pressure and our press, and our half court with the man. Excuse me. But, yeah, it should slow down to a certain level tonight, one would think. You know, but we want to continue to push as much as we can and hopefully be able to execute some of those things that we've been practicing for the last 3 weeks to a little bit better degree for a much longer period of time instead of just maybe a quarter and a half towards the beginning.
Well, it's a great rivalry game, and the league opens up. Coach, best of luck as always. Thanks for your time.
Appreciate it. Thanks, Rocky.
Back with more on pregame in just a moment.
And we do appreciate Coach Kelly Williams on our pregame. Let's give you a look at the starting lineups as both teams have been announced here and heading to the center circle. In fact, the opening tip with Brady Hamill set to square off against Zach Peschel. It's Peschel, 6'2", and a senior, 6'2" senior Broderick Stowe, Chase Green, 6'1", and a junior, 6'1" sophomore Adam Lindhorst, and Jacob Nelson, the 6'3" senior. The starters for Marysville, the opening tip-off actually a bounce here, a bounce there, and finally a scramble, and Marysville does have the possession to start. Peschel has it right side, and Green got it on the wing, driving toward the middle of the lane, would end up walking with the basketball. So play center gets it back. Lane Livey, 6'2" and a junior, along with Cade Wallace, 5'10" and a sophomore. The guards outside, Caleb Carlson, Bo Richardson, and Brady Hamill on the court for the Tigers to start. Here's Livey out top, takes it right, moves it left. Now toward the post for Carlson, ball loose. He saves it in off of the Bulldogs, and Clayson will get the out-of-bounds play from underneath the basket. Carlson, 6'2" and a senior. Bo Richardson, 6'1" and a senior, and 6'3" senior Brady Hamill rounding out the Tiger starting lineup. Here's Wallace from the baseline. Needs to get it in somewhere. We've got a 5-second count. Just never found what he wanted. Nobody really flashed clean, and the Tigers turn it over. So the inbounds play from the baseline goes to Marysville. No score yet, 30 seconds in. Both teams have turned it over on their opening possession. Here's Green in the corner right, dribbles out left, ball tipped by Livey, picked up on the top of the key by Broderick Stowe. Back right it goes now to Lindhorst. He'll hold outside with Caleb Carlson on him. Left now to Nelson. They go down inside the lane to Green. May have been partially blocked by Richardson. Rebound off to Lane Lively. Look down the court from Cade Wallace, trying to hit Brady Hamill, but it's not good of bounds, but it does stay with play center. This time they get it on the baseline, but over near the corner. Actually, Cade Wallace smartly trying to get closer to the backboard for a more conventional inbound. He will bring it in, wing right to Lively. Lane one dribble, and off it goes to Cade Wallace. Will bring it out top, now behind the back. Ball stripped away for a moment, picked up by Lively in the corner right. Gives it back outside to Cade Wallace. He started by Fischel. He'll go left to Hamill. Brady has it. Now takes his way to the lane. Gets up in the crowd. Puts it up. Misses. Rebound. Hamill and Carlson both had their hands on it and then fought each other to bring it down. Great hustle. Great position. Just both too strong to give it up, and it ends up going out of bounds to Marysville. And now the steal by Lively. The run out the other direction. Up court to Bo Richardson. And Bo knows the breakaway. The Tigers on top here early, 2-0. Magic Lively the pass down court. And Bo puts it in now. It's Marysville with a wide-open look down low for Jacob Nelson, tied up at 2 apiece. Tigers up the court. Wallace off to Carlson, around left to Richardson. Bo is averaging 9 points a game now for the Tigers. Got that early bucket. Here's Wallace. Ball fake behind the back. Ball fake right. Elbow. Leaner on its way up. No good. Rebound comes off to the Bulldogs, and it's brought down by Adam Lindhorst. Almost fell out of bounds as he brought it down. Scott Brown, the new head coach for the Bulldogs. Tigers, of course, first-year head coach Kelly Williams. There's a drive, but the Bulldogs no good. And a battle for the rebound. It was brought down by Nelson. And then a tie-up on the floor, but a foul called against the Tigers before it got to that point. Tied at 2. Ethan Rosine in for play center early. Hamill picked up that first foul and will come to the sideline. Rosine averaging 7 points, 2.5 boards in contest. Tigers defending man-to-man off the inbounds play. They go in the corner to Fischel. They'll back it up behind the arc, working against Richardson. Bo, good move, and 5 count is on. Now he breaks that count as he backs away. Now Fischel backs toward the lane, caught there, kicks it out to Green. He'll hand it outside further to Nelson. Right back to Green again. 5:37 to work, first quarter. Backdoor look inside, wide open. Roderick Stowe with the lay-in for the Bulldogs. Stowe has his first point. Back to the direction. It is going to be Bo Richardson the drive, and he's going to be held on his way to the lane. So the Tigers down by a bucket will have the basketball once more on the baseline. Cade Wallace barking out the call as he lines them up. With 4 across the lane. Looking to go corner right for Lively. Fake on the 3. Dribble penetrate. Stops. Looking in low. Not there. Gives it outside to Rosine. He'll dribble penetrate. Gets to the feint. Stripped away at the last second. And loses it out of bounds. It went off of the sophomore. Or correction, the junior for the Tigers. Rosine. 4-2. Down court quickly comes Marysville. Right side of the wing is Green. He'll hand it outside to Fischel. He'll drive to the free throw line. A runner on its way. Rolls in. Kind of hung on the back iron and then fell home for the Bulldogs. They lead it 6-2 to start. Caleb Carlson left to Richardson. Out top, Lively. Lane's got a good look for the 3 ball, and he buries it. Lane, Magic Lively with the first 3 of the ball game, and the Tigers right back down by 1-6-5. Came off of a low screen, got to the point, caught and released. Here's Fischel to answer, and he does on the other end. He has 5 early, and Coach Kelly Williams up off the bench with a timeout, and he is a word or two for his team right now defensively walking. I think it's all about defense that he's barking right now. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah. Marysville's getting some open looks. I think thinking their lack of hustle is probably usually the thing that makes coaches the most angry, and I think that's probably where he's coming from.
Talked a lot with him today here on pregame, and also we just visited, and he said, the first 2 games were so good, such good competition and good tests for them to have. He said what they've got to do against teams now that they probably stack up with much better is bring the same type of intensity. And I think that's what he's not seeing right now, which is why he called that timeout and said, look, there's too many wide-open lay-ins that we've allowed. That last one was an open 3 look. 9-5, Tigers down by 4. 4:39 remains in this opening quarter. Down court, Wallace lost it on the dribble, and it's picked up by the Bulldogs. Back the other way is Lindhorst. He will hand it off now to Fischel, who's got 5 early points. Green, corner right for 3 is short. Rebound to Rosine. Ethan will ball take it away from the defender and get it off to Cade Wallace. Cade right wing to Lively. Lob down low. Here's Carlson. He's bumped from behind by Jacob Nelson. Carlson posting hard down inside the lane, and the foul goes against the Bulldogs. Cade Wallace to inbound from the baseline left of the window. He looks slow. Now he tried to get it to Caleb Carlson and put it up high, and it was batted back out of bounds. They'll keep it right there. Caleb was breaking free on the play, but the defender on Cade was able to take it away from him. They lob it out top. Bo Richardson goes up in a crowd, now steps to the free throw line, pulls the jumper, rattles off. Rosine, stick back, no. Tip out by Carlson, picked up by the Bulldogs, Jaden Haggard. 9-5, Marysville leads it. 4:03 to work for the opening quarter. Near steal by Rosine. Here's Nelson. Stops the free throw line. Pichel hit his last three. He hit 2 in a row. Zach Pichel has 8, and the Bulldogs now lead it 12-5. Here's Libby out to Wallace. Left on the wing deep. Bo Richardson. Rosine posting inside. Libby fake on the 3. Now dribble penetrate. All the way to the paint. Blocking foul. 2 free throws coming for Lane Libby. He hit the 3 last time from that same type of play. Low screen. He popped high. This time they came to defend the 3. And Lane Libby took advantage of it. And he gets himself to the free throw stripe because of the triple drop. 2 free throws coming for the 6'2 junior. 3 points in the game on the tray we just mentioned that he hit a couple trips ago. Knocks down the first free throw. So he has 4. Brady Hamill is back in. Also Dalton Altizer coming onto the court. Altizer played well in the stretches he got at Beloit. Remember, against the defense that they were going up against. Did some good things spelling Cade and company. There's a missed free throw by Lively, so he makes 1 of 2. Tigers down 12-6. Down court, Pichel goes right on the wing deep to Stowe. Back outside, they swing it left to Haggard. He will give it off to Pichel, and he's guarded by Richardson. Left wing is Jacob Nelson. Rosine on him. Right sideline pass, Stowe. Now back out to the top, Pichel. Jump stop in the lane, near steal by Hamill. 3-pointer Stowe. This one goes home. That is 3 threes for the Bulldogs already in the opening quarter. Here's Lively, right wing, lobs it low, wanting Rosine. He had a defender on his hip, but the pass too long, too high, goes out of bounds. 15-6, Bulldogs lead it here by 9. 3:10 to work, first quarter. Roderick Stowe will inbound. Full court pressure now by the Tigers. In court, it comes to Pichel. His pass to the sideline, out of bounds to Clay Sendrak off the Bulldogs. So the first show of full court press, and the Tigers force a turnover. And now they have corrected that. It was Richardson who hit it and tipped it away. 15-6, the lead for Marysville, and they get the basketball. They keep the basketball, I should say. It looks like the Tigers have forced the turnover. Now Richardson takes it away anyhow. Here's Hamill. Free throw line jumper in transition. Strong. Tips his own rebound. Rosine has it. He'll kick it out to Altizer. Richardson calling for it to set the offense, and he does. Lefty goes down to Lively. 2:50 to work. 15-6. Tigers down by 9 with possession. Altizer. Left wing looking for Rosine. Overthrown, but Ethan runs it down right back to Dalton near the timeline. Pressured by Pichel. He'll hand it off now to Richardson. Pichel works it right. Now looks left. Goes to the corner for Rosine. Looking low inside. Lively trying to post it. Now to Richardson. Lively goes inside the paint. Here's Hamill, and he's going to be fouled before he makes the shot. Chase Green trying to edge him out of the paint and calls from the foul box from behind. 2:25 to work first quarter. It's 15-6. That foul on Chase Green, his second, so he'll come out. Back in is Adam Lindor. Altizer will inbound from the baseline. It's stacked Hamill and Rosine at the free throw stripe. Lively and Richardson clear. Here's Rosine to the lane. Can't finish inside. Pretty good move underneath the defender, and then came up short. 2:18 to work. Opening quarter. Left wing and deep. This is Haggard. He'll give it across right to Stowe. Tigers trail by 9. Opening period. 2:09 now left. Here's a drive by Nelson. Pulls up just inside the free throw stripe and banks the straight-in shot in. Nelson has 4. And the Bulldogs now lead by 11, 17-6. Richardson, the Lively out top. Ball fake, steps in, gives it off to Rosine. Quick to the bucket goes Ethan Rosine. The quick draw does it again as he knocks in the anchor off the glass. And now the near still by Lively and full court press. Stowe spins and hands it outside to Lindor. Pichel attacks the lane, drives right through Lane Lively. It's an offensive charge. The officials seemed to blow the whistle and then really still trying to sort out what he saw. But he called the charge against the Bulldogs, and the Tigers get it back. Still down by 9. Ian Rosen getting onto the floor for the first time here in the opening period. Rosine coming out after a big bucket down inside. Also, Caleb Carlson comes back on the floor. Altizer will walk it down court, pressured by Peschel. Now brings it across, right side, stops, looks low, lobs it inside. Here's Lively with the post, wraparound pass for Carlson. Kick out, trying to go to Rosen, and the ball is caught and walking with the basketball. Thank goodness the outside official saw it. The guy right on it saw the defender, Hager, come down with it and roll over, and then the official from outside called the travel. Everybody in orange and black was waiting for that call right now. I sure was. Tigers will get it underneath the basket. Dalton Altizer will inbound, 1:23 to go first quarter. Altizer looks low, ball kicked away. He was trying to bounce pass it into Brady Hamill. 5 team fouls against the Bulldogs thus far. 1 foul whistled against the Tigers. Play Center has the basketball down by 9. Lob out deep, goes to Lively. He'll catch it on the timeline. Lane Lively has it with the dribble, hands it off to Altizer. 1:15 to work. Altizer left with the dribble, now picks it up. Bounce pass out top for Lively. They lob it. Oh, great look inside, and Brady Hamill knocks it in. The hammerhead first point, and what a feed for Magic out top. It's 17-10. Here's Peschel in the backcourt against that press. Now to the left sideline comes Haggard. He is double-teamed. Altizer and Lively both there. Now the drive from Peschel. Cut off at the free throw line. Nelson, right wing, 17-footers up and down. I think if Nelson has 6 early, and he steps his game outside for that one. Altizer brings it across, stops. He's cut off by Peschel, and he's used his dribble. He does get rid of it to Hamill. Ropeman, left wing and deep, 36 to work. Tigers down, 19-10, lob down low. Caleb Carlson had that deflection almost go in the bucket, but it does go to the Bulldogs. Left wing deep, three-point attempt Stowe. He hit his last one. Misses here. Now Carlson calls for over the top as he caught the arm of Jacob Nelson trying to bring down the board. 23.7 seconds left first period.
That was the first miss for a while for Marysville. Let's start in the first quarter. They're 8 of 12 now. Wow.
Red hot from around the perimeter and inside. Here's Stowe. The 3 try. This one's strong. Rebound tipped by Altizer. Picked up by Rodnick. Tigers down 9. Have the basketball back. Altizer brings it to the midcourt. Works it left. Stops. Here's Rosen with 8. Right back to Dalton. 6 seconds. Altizer. Bounce pass low. Lively posting inside. Diving to keep it alive. It's knocked out off of Marysville. 2.5 seconds left first quarter. Tigers get it on the baseline. They get a chance here. And I like Lane Lively posting down in low. He has been strong down there. They've not got the bucket for him, but it's obviously making the defense really drop down inside. That time he had a really good post defender on his hip, but it got deflected on the way in there. Altizer will inbound. 2.5 seconds to go. First quarter, down by 9. Altizer lobs it out top. Here's Rotnick. Ball fake, and he's fouled. Getting himself caught up in the air was Tommy McNish, and that'll be the 16th foul against Marysville. Tigers will have 0.8 from the sideline now to inbound. Out near midcourt. Lane Lively will inbound it. It's a catch and throw for the Tigers. Lane Lively to inbound it. See where they can get it to. They lob it down to the lane. Hamill has it stolen before he can touch it. And we'll go to the second quarter. The Marysville Bulldogs lead it here 19-10 when we come back.
Debenham Electric Heating and Air has the experience to properly diagnose and repair any electrical problem. They can handle electrical wiring on residential, commercial, and ag projects. They also specialize in heating and air systems. They'll make sure your heating unit and AC are running at peak performance or install a new unit to heat or cool your home comfortably. Next time you need a reliable electrician, give Debenham Electric Heating and Air a call. Serving Clay, Washington, Riley, and Cloud counties.
Hey Tiger fans, the lights are on, the team is ready, and the coaching staff has put together a successful game plan for tonight's game. Have you thought about your insurance game plan? This is Jim Gearham with Farmers Union Insurance. Let us help put together a game plan for all your insurance needs. We cover everything from cars, trucks, boats, and motorcycles to homes, combines, and businesses. We can even help insure your retirement. Stop by and see us at 426 Lincoln Avenue, downtown Clay Center. A proud supporter of Tiger Athletics.
Clay Center Tigers down 19-10, and a pretty good opening punch, I'd say, thrown by the Marysville Bulldogs in that first quarter. They had it working.
They shot lights out. Everything else pretty 4 turnovers each. Rebounds are pretty much the same. The Tigers are shooting 4 out of 9, which isn't too bad.
Tigers will open up with the basketball, and it will be Cade Wallace back in, Ian Rotman, Bo Richardson, Ethan Rosine, and Brady Hamill. Richardson left on the wing. Here's Wallace. Spins off a defender toward the lane. Gets inside the paint. They call an offensive charge on Cade Wallace, and Murph didn't like the call. And I got to agree. He had a pretty good jump stop into a lane where the defender seemed to come in underneath of him, but it's called on Cade, and it goes the other direction. 19-10. Full court pressure here. Bulldogs in the backcourt. Rosine up on the basketball. Hager still back deep to Nelson. 10 count is on, and they've been back there a while. Nelson still holding it. Now to Hager. And they break the timeline, evidently before the 10 was up. Now the pass batted away from the paint. Back outside. Michel hesitated on the 3, then steps in and takes the 2 ball, and it comes up short. Tigers get a stop and the basketball back. Down by 9. Rotman left corner. Rosine trying to post it. They'll go out top to Wallace. Cade goes right. Richardson, he'll attack the lane all the way to the paint. Lefty off the glass and good. Pretty play from Bo Richardson. It's 19-12. Here's Pichel. Left court against that press. Now across to Hager. 1 minute into the second quarter. Tigers down by 7. Remember, Clay Center will be at the stripe this second quarter if they're fouled. They're in the bonus. Only 3 whistles against Clay Center on defense. Here's Hager in the lane. Drops it down low to Lindhorst. Against Hamill, they're up and good. Adam Lindhorst has his first points. Down court quickly is Rotman. Outside to Wallace. Take on the 3. Back to Rotman in the corner. Now to Wallace. Top of the key is Hamill. He wants the 3. He drains it. The Hammerhead has 5. 21-15 now. The Tigers right back within 5. Here's a play in the lane for Lindhorst. 2 buckets in a row. He was able to get it by off the head and shoulder fake, Cade Wallace. 23-15. Lindhorst has 4 points. Wallace to the lane. Oh, what a dandy move by Murph to get inside and get his first point. And now a timeout taken by the Bulldogs. Clay Center down 6, 23-17. Second quarter action for Marysville continues after this.
The most advanced technologies in mechanized irrigation. That's why Valley Irrigation stands alone. Our commitment to engineering center pivot solutions that maximize grower efficiency has led to industry firsts, like Base Station, the ultimate tool for remote monitoring and control. Leading the way. That's the way we do business at Valley.
See Republican Valley Irrigation or call 632-5588.
Being a student athlete means carrying great responsibility because you represent not only yourself, but also your family, school, and community. Taking pride in academics is as important as taking pride in athletics. So whether in the classroom or on the court or field, develop passion for what you do. Be determined in your endeavors and work hard to achieve your goals. These qualities will help you succeed and find fulfillment now and in the next chapters of your life. We're proud to stand behind you, Tigers. We're Clay County National Bank, member FDIC.
23-17 ball game. Tigers making a little move here in the second quarter walk and getting to the paints. Brady Hamill, Cade Wallace both make great plays inside.
Yeah, and Brady Hamill taking 1 for 3.
Yeah, you betcha. He's capable, and they're not afraid to let him shoot it, and he had a great time to set up that trip and shoot it in rhythm. Here's a drive down low to the Bulldogs. They had a chance inside. Lindhorst lost it for a moment, then tracks it back down. Here's Stowe in the corner right, out to Pichel. He'll attack the lane. Kick out. Nelson takes on the 3. Now drives the paint to the free throw line. Here's a jumper from Pichel that rims around and falls home. He has 10 first half points. Tigers down here by 8. Wallace takes 3. To the lane. Fingertip roll, no. Rosine back up with it. He's fouled before the shot, no, on the shot. And Ethan Rosine will step to the free throw line. So Rosine a chance to go to the stripe. Big offensive rebound there, and he'll get 2 free throws for it. 25-17 ball game. It is an Abilene score. I'll pass along there at Augusta. Rosene's first free throw is in. Abilene, they are at halftime and leading Augusta 26-25. That's the boys' game. Tanner Hookman, 10 points to lead the way. Here, there's 5:40 remaining in the second quarter, and the Clay Center Tigers down by 7, but Ethan Rosene trying to cut into that lead just a little bit more. And he does bury both free throws. So it's a 25-19 Marysville lead. Rosene will come out. He has 4 points. The Tigers apply full court pressure. Double team on Pichel. He'll get it away to Stowe's. Ball now tipped around. Seabold got it. Richardson got it. Then they got each other colliding, but the Tigers have the basketball. Richardson, left wing to Seabold. Caleb, dribble penetrates all the way to the paint. Shot up, and a block. No, an offensive charge is called. That is the second time the Tigers have gotten into the lane, and it's been close, and they've called it a charge on both times. So 25-19. Cade Wallace called for one earlier, and now Caleb Seabold calls for one. Pressure again by the Tigers. Near state is a steal. Dalton Eisleiser comes up with it. And in the backcourt, Altizer will bring it down. Top of the key. Stops at the free throw line. Had a wide open look. Almost too open for Altizer. With no defender around, he just took an extra step before he got stopped. Down by 6. Marysville again against this press. And the Tiger pressure is giving Marysville some issues. Now Pichel breaks it to the dribble. Across the timeline. Fires it down low on the block. Weak side up and good by Lindor. He has 6. Tigers back the other direction quickly. The pass from Wallace to Altizer slips through his hands and out of bounds to the Bulldogs sideline. So Marysville gets it back just under 5 to work first half. It'll be brought in from Stowe's to Pichel in the front court. Hager, he's double teamed now to Stowe's. Or check that Pichel right back on the right side wing and deep to Hager. Corner right. Marysville with the basketball. 4:44 to work second quarter. Outside holding is Hager. He has Richardson on him. Now he ball fakes, drives it in toward the paint. Kick out right wing. 3-point attempt on its way is long. Rebound tips around. They stay off of the Tigers to touch it last. That'll give Marysville the basketball on the baseline. 4.5 to work second quarter. Tigers down by 8. Brady Hamill back in. Lane Lively also on the court. 27-19 ball game. It'll be inbounded from the baseline to the sideline corner. Out top now it comes for the Bulldogs. Seth Kieran with it. He will give it off to Pichel. Now back it comes to Lindor. At the high post, free throw line jumper up and rattling in for Haggard. And now the Bulldogs up by 10, 29-19. Cade Wallace back the other way. That's Haggard's first point of the ball game. Wallace toward the paint, left side wing. Richardson pulls the trigger for 2. Rimmed in, rimmed out. And the rebound away to Marysville. And carrying the basketball off the pressure coming from Cade Wallace is Marysville's Haggard. And this will be Clay Center back with possession. 29-19. Tigers trail midway point second quarter. Timeout here on the floor. We're back with more Tiger basketball following there.
Do you believe professionalism should be rewarded? When you find a contractor who shows up early, works long days, gets the job done on time with expertise, cleans up so well you can't tell they've been there except for the fact their work is finished and looking great, you know that's the only contractor you'll ever want to hire. These are words that an actual customer has used to describe McGee Roofing. The customer has used McGee Roofing twice and will again. Reward professionalism, hire McGee Roofing.
How will your wheat crop make it through this winter? It's up to you to give it the best fighting chance and a jump on the spring growing season with a fall fertilizing application. Wilbur Ellis and Reed Seed Sales is ready with stabilized in 2 forms, field and site-specific variable rate technology and custom application. With the experience of field specialists Brent, Allen, Darren, Kent, or Mike Green, they clearly understand the problems customers face. You can count on Wilbur Ellis and Reed Seed Sales.
You know that feeling when you can't find an important document or that feeling of dread at opening a particular cabinet for fear everything inside will tumble out, at Central Office Service and Supply in Clay Center, we're all set to help you get organized for the new year. We've got storage boxes at incredible savings, as well as 2 and 4 drawer locking Laurel filing cabinets in our 2 newest colors, charcoal and medium brown. They're on sale from $129 to $189.
That's impressive, boss.
Why, thank you. Now you might want this crash helmet. I've got a few cabinets around here we need to tackle.
29-19, Tigers back on the floor. The shot from Cade Wallace out of the timeout, a really good move down inside, just couldn't get it finished off. Bulldogs have it back. 3-point attempt at the top is up and it is good. 32-19, it is going to be the Bulldogs. Peschel with the big 3 out top. And now Marysville has a 13-point lead. Here's Lane Libby down in the paint. He'll draw the foul and get himself back to the free throw stripe. He's 1 of 2 at the line. The Tigers thus far are 3 of 4. Marysville yet to shoot a free throw on the other end. 32-19. Tigers trailing here in the first half with 3:19 to go second quarter. Libby will shoot 2. First free throw up and down. Lane Libby has 5. 6'2" junior was 2 of 4 at the stripe through the first 2 games before this contest. And so now getting himself to the line more often, which is a good thing for the Tigers. He's 2 of 3, 1 more coming, trying to cut into what is now a 12-point lead, make it 11 as he does knock in the free throw. 32-21, 3:17 to work. Right side baseline, Broderick Stows. Seabold on him, outside to Hager. Now it's given away to Peschel. Peschel the dribble, right on the wing. Libby defending, couple hard ball fakes. Now given to Lindhorst for 2, and he drops it in. Kind of shot this thing from the hip, but Lindhorst now has 8 first-half points, and they have 10 from Zach Peschel, or 12 from Zach Peschel. All sides of the dribble, right wing. Out deep it comes to Seabold. 2:44 to go. First half, Tigers are trailing by 13 here, 34-21. Libby lobs it low for Hamill. Ball, a tough one to catch. To the ground will go Lindhorst. Hamill trying to get to the basketball. Lindhorst off balance, went down hard. A foul will be called against Hamill. Crowd kind of reacted as if it was a hard foul. Brady Hamill was really just trying to get the basketball, and Lindhorst had his feet go out from underneath of him, so he went to the ground hard. 34-21 with 2:36 to work. Marysville gets the basketball back. They lead it here by 13. And the Tigers need to make a little move here before halftime. First for the scoreboard, maybe second for just the mentality. Yeah, it'd be nice to get it down to single digits, for halftime momentum there. Marysville with possession as Peschel will walk it down court. Tigers meet him in man-to-man. 2.5 to go, second quarter, 34-21. Ball held out top. Now give it away to Peschel again. They run the offense through the lane. Tigers clog it up pretty nicely. Peschel with the dribble against Altice. Wing left, 34-21. They go down low to Hager. He steps to the lane, literally steps to the lane, called for traveling. It'll be Clay Center's possession, headed the other way, trailing by 13. Brady Hamill into Altizer. He directs traffic, now dribbles right toward the corner, down the wing, back out toward the point, gives it off to Lane Libby. Libby left and deep for Rotman. Ian Rotman, good skip pass. Hamill hit his last 3, triggers it here and nails it. And we have a 3-second violation called against the Tigers in the paint. So the skip pass from the left wing to right, Hamill caught and drilled it, but they called a 3-second violation in the paint. 34-21, Marysville back with the basketball. 1:48 to go in the first half. Lindhorst with Hamill out on him. He'll step to the lane, runner off glass, no. Rebound and a foul call on the Bulldogs this time. That should send Brady Hamill to the other end for a 1-and-1. 34-21, the Bulldogs lead it. 1:41 to go second period. It will be Brady Hamill with a 1-and-1 chance on the other end. He has 5 early points in this game. Had 6, 7, and 8 go in, but the 3-second violation called before it shot was put away. Yeah, that kind of hurt us taking that off the board. First time I've seen that call for a while. Yeah, tonight for sure. Either game. Brady Hamill will shoot a 1-and-1 here. Well, we've got a sub coming in Coach Kelly Williams will be substituting Bo Richardson in for Brady Hamill if he makes both of these. 34-21. Turn into the 1-1 from Hamill is up and rallying home. Pops out of there for a second, then fell back in. So he now has 6 in the game. The Tigers within a dozen, 34-22. Brady Hamill made the first, gets the coupon top. Minute 41 remains, second quarter. Second free throw from the seniors up. This one's perfect. He's got 7 now to lead the Tigers in scoring. He'll come out. Richardson in. Rotman, Rosine, Leiby, Altizer on the floor. A 34-23 ball game. Fischel will bring it up the court. Tigers down a 2-3 zone. Corner right, Hager. Back to Fischel. Fakes the three. Kicks it out top and deep. They'll hold it there. Now give it off right on the wing. Fischel still with a dribble. Guarded by Richardson. Gets to the corner. Hager for 3 is strong. Rebound tipped by Rotman. Then out of bounds off of Dalton Altizer. This will stay with Marysville on the baseline. Minute 17 to work, second quarter. Bulldogs looking to inbound. Comes into the corner. Left wing now is Fischel. Back to Stowe. Fischel now the dribble and off to Hager. Hager holds outside, fakes toward the paint with a pass, still has the basketball. Now deep between the circles, 1 minute left to go. Fischel has it left wing. Rotman defending there. Now to Broderick Stowe. 55 seconds left, first half. Marysville taking some air out of the ball with an 11-point lead. Altizer near steal, foul called. 16 foul. So Dalton had a look in there, tried to poke it away, got caught on the arm. His first foul. Basketball out of bounds to Marysville on the sideline. 48.5 to work, second quarter. Fischel has it outside. Now gets it out deep. To the high post, Hager. Back right wing. Fischel's got to look at 3. This one's airballed long. Rebound battled for. Altizer comes out of there with it. Now brings it up himself. Racing down the court. Good bounce pass in low. Rosine goes strong. Can't get it. Has his own rebound. Back up and good. And a chance at a 3-point play. Ethan Rosine missed the first. Strong with the second. Gets the bump and the bucket. And a great pass from Altizer in transition that time, Walt. It was. And that's good. That bucket gets us within under the double-digit amount that we were talking about before. 34-25. Rosine at the stripe. 6 points in the game. Make it 7 now for the contest. And the lead's down to 8. 34-26. 23 seconds to work. Left wing deep. Broderick Stowe. Takes it inside. Gets it out across right. 15 seconds now. Ball taken away by Richardson to Leiby. Numbers the other way. Lane Leiby to the paint with the left. No. Rebound battled for. Jump ball call. And the arrow goes back to Marysville. But, boy, Lane Leiby made a great drive. Just didn't quite finish it with the left hand. 34-26. Tigers down 8. Marysville with the basketball. 7.6 to work. Second quarter. Full court press for the Tigers. They forced a couple of turnovers. Now 3 seconds. Nearly taken by Richardson. Down court. Will they get a shot away? They will not before the buzzer. So the Tigers have been down by as many as 13. Will head to halftime now trailing by 8. It's 34-26. Bulldogs lead here in Marysville when we come back.
When Farmer Brown got a load of baby turkeys, he asked the barnyard residents to help raise them. To his dismay, he received no cooperation from the little red hen, the 3 little pigs, or the cow that jumped over the moon. When the turkeys were grown, Farmer Brown asked,
"Who will help me give them away?"
"I will,"
said Scott from Patterson Health Mart Pharmacy, and he'll give away a turkey every day until Christmas from his stores in Clay Center, Abilene, and Salina. Register each day for the drawings at Patterson Health Mart.
Being a student athlete means carrying great responsibility because you represent not only yourself, but also your family, school, and community. Taking pride in academics is as important as taking pride in athletics. So whether in the classroom or on the court or field, develop passion for what you do. Be determined in your endeavors and work hard to achieve your goals. These qualities will help you succeed and find fulfillment now and in the next chapters of your life. We're proud to stand behind you, Tigers. We're Clay County National Bank, member FDIC.
Debenham Electric Heating and Air has the experience to properly diagnose and repair any electrical problem. They can handle electrical wiring on residential, commercial, and ag projects. They also specialize in heating and air systems. They'll make sure your heating unit and AC are running at peak performance or install a new unit to heat or cool your home comfortably. Next time you need a reliable electrician, give Debenham Electric Heating and Air a call. Serving Clay, Washington, Riley, and Cloud counties.
How will your wheat crop make it through this winter? It's up to you to give it the best fighting chance and a jump on the spring growing season with a fall fertilizing application. Wilbur Ellis and Reed Seed Sales is ready with stabilized in two forms, field and site-specific variable rate technology and custom application. With the experience of field specialists Brent, Allen, Darren, Kent, or Mike Green, they clearly understand the problems customers face. You can count on Wilbur Ellis and Reed Seed Sales.
Back once again in Marysville. Again, the Clay Center Tigers down by 8, and you don't often say that's good news, but Wonka, I would say it is. They were down 13 and really struggling to find something, and they did down the stretch make a move and get themselves right back in this ballgame down by 8 points.
Yeah, and they got Marysville to miss a few three-pointers.
Yeah,
you know, that was what the shooting percentage was just taking its toll on us, and Marysville started out on fire. They missed the last 3 or 4 three-pointers, but they're still shooting 60% from the floor for the first half. You know, the first quarter they had 4 three-pointers. I mean, bang, 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 bang. And you thought, my goodness, what's going to happen? And then they got some compliment work from Adam Lindhorst and Jacob Nelson, who were scoring down inside. Credit some of that, though, the fact that the Tigers really weren't matching the Bulldog intensity, I think, early in this ballgame, especially on Clay Center's defensive end. We saw Coach Williams call a timeout at one point just to bark a little bit, say, hey, we got to pick this thing up. Yeah, they definitely picked it up after that. And you mentioned the 4 three-pointers. That's what they have for the half. They missed all the three-pointers they took in the second quarter, which I think is 4. But yeah, and the Tigers are hanging in there for the free throw line because I have them as making 8 points from the free throw line, and Marysville not attempting a free throw. And Lane Lively was 3 of 4. Ethan Rosine was 3 of 3. Brady Hamill 2 of 2. So he only missing 1. Yep, to the first. I mean, that's good stuff for the Tigers, and it kind of kept them around. They also got a 3 each from Lane Lively and from Brady Hamill, and the Tigers battling their way back in this thing. Clay Center down 34-26. We are at the break. Stay with us. More Tiger basketball is on the way.
Girton Propane has been providing services and employment opportunities since 1954. Continued growth keeps them on the lookout for qualified company and owner-operator drivers. If you're interested in joining the Girton team, call Andy at 800-232-0170. Girton transports liquid commodities throughout 48 states and is a recognized leader within the transport industry. Girton Propane is committed to excellence, safety, and quality service. Girton, the responsible choice.
Being a student athlete means carrying great responsibility because you represent not only yourself, but also your family, school, and community. Taking pride in academics is as important as taking pride in athletics. So whether in the classroom or on the court or field, develop passion for what you do. Be determined in your endeavors and work hard to achieve your goals. These qualities will help you succeed and find fulfillment now and in the next chapters of your life. We're proud to stand behind you, Tigers. We're Clay County National Bank, member FDIC.
The most advanced technologies in mechanized irrigation. That's why Valley Irrigation stands alone. Our commitment to engineering center pivot solutions that maximize grower efficiency has led to industry firsts, like Base Station, the ultimate tool for remote monitoring and control. Leading the way. That's the way we do business at Valley.
See Republican Valley Irrigation or call 632-5588.
For the next 30 seconds, Bruin Implement Company, your Case IH dealer, is paying me to talk to you about nothing. Absolutely nothing. But there's a whole lot besides nothing waiting for you at Brunis. Come in and pay no interest for 2 years on pre-owned combines and planters, as well as Magnum and Steiger tractors, and a whopping nothing on interest for pre-owned 100-plus horsepower tractors for 18 months, too. You better hurry. This whole lot of nothing only lasts until December 31st, 2014, and only at Bruin Implement Company, your Case IH dealer.
34-26, again, the score here at the break. Let's take a look at your scoring leaders for the first half. Zach Peschel leads the way for all scores. He has a dozen for the Bulldogs. Adam Lindhorst with 8 in the first half, 5 from Broderick Stows, 6 from Jacob Nelson, and Jaden Haggard would knock in 2 points as well. The Tigers also pretty balanced and a great push there in the second quarter. And from the stripe, really, really strong. Ethan Rosine, Brady Hamill lead the way with 7 points each. Rosine 3 of 3 at the line. Hamill 2 of 2 at the stripe, and he knocked down 1 3-pointer. Lane Libby has 6, 3 of 4 at the line. He had 1 3. Cade Wallace has knocked into Bo Richardson with 4 points, and the Tigers again down 34-26 here at the break. Wonk, I wanted to mention a little bit about what's coming up tomorrow on KCOI. We talked about it through the week, but Tiger Wrestling Invitational, huge event that takes place, one of the biggest across the state in a one-day tournament. And they'll get started, scheduled to get going at about 9 o'clock in the morning from the Tigers Den. They bring in some great competition, defending state champions, both individually and as teams. You have Beloit, Blue Valley, Stillwell, Garden City, Holton, Hoxie, Junction City. These Marysville Bulldogs will be there, Norton, Rock Creek, Salina South, and Smoky Valley. And the opening matches will get started at 9. I'll have reports at the top of each hour for everybody to keep you up to date. And then around 4 o'clock, at least that's the guess from Coach Brandon Pagorish, once they get to the final round, we'll cover all the Tiger matches live on the air. So Benny Wallace will join us for that coverage once we get to the afternoon. But it's always a big day and always a fun one to get out there and support those Tiger wrestlers. They come off a really good Riley County duels tournament where they finished second place, and then they split with Chapman and Junction City in their other duel that took place at the opener of the season. So it'll be a fun one out there tomorrow on the mats. They get 3 mats going. There's a lot of action to check out.
Pretty fun, and it's a good thing for the whole community. You know, I don't know how many teams you rattled off there, but it was a lot. So a lot of people coming into our town. So even if you can only come for an hour or more, come out and support the Tiger Wrestling.
12 teams, including the Tigers, that'll be on hand for that. Yeah, that's a big one. Tigers here down 8, 34-26. We said, Wonk, at one point late second quarter, the Tigers needed to do something, make a move. You mentioned get it to single digits. I said as much as scoreboard, the mentality, and you mentioned momentum. Well, they've done those things. So now you come out of the second half, and at least you've got something to build off of. If that thing had stayed 13, 15 points, it'd be tough to have the thought in your head that you're back in it. Right now, you feel like you're the team on the roll.
Yeah, that way it's a little easier to hang your head, not keep your head up. Now they got a little positive message going on in the locker room, I'm sure. A little bit more confidence, a little bit more hope. They know that they can play with these guys. Just shut them down. Don't let them shoot 60% the second half. We'll be in this thing.
34-26. The score here at halftime. We're going to take one more timeout. Back with Tiger basketball on 100.9.
You know that feeling when you can't find an important document, or that feeling of dread at opening a particular cabinet for fear everything inside will tumble out. At Central Office Service and Supply and Clay Center, we're all set to help you get organized for the new year. We've got storage boxes at incredible savings, as well as 2 and 4 drawer locking Laurel filing cabinets in our 2 newest colors, charcoal and medium brown. They're on sale from $129 to $189.
That's impressive, boss.
Why, thank you. Now you might want this crash helmet. I've got a few cabinets around here we need to tackle.
Do have a score at the halftime. The Concordia Panthers lead Smoky Valley 32-15. Cooper Holmes with 14 points, 5 rebounds to lead the way in that one. We mentioned Abilene was leading at half by 1 over Augusta, 26-25. Here the Tigers trail in a halftime score of 34-26. And it will be Clay Center's basketball to start this second half. Cade Wallace, Brady Hamill, Lane Libby, Bo Richardson, and Caleb Carlson on the court. Tigers down 8 with possession to begin the second half of play. Wallace right wing and deep, working against Peschel. Now backs it out, gives it off to Lane Libby. They lob it low, looking for Carlson. Great catch in traffic, And if Caleb Carlson doesn't bring that down, that's going the other way. Because he hung onto the basketball, he got a foul called out of it. Yeah, good strong hands there by Caleb. And it's the third foul on Adam Lindhorst. That's even bigger at this point in the ball game because he's going to have to come to the sideline. That'll put Haggard on the floor. 34-26 ball game. Tigers from the baseline. Cade Wallace gets ball fake. Now gives it off to Hamill. He takes the shot. No. Carlson, the stick back try. He's fouled. He steps to the stripe. And how about the senior stepping up big in the early seconds of your second half?
Yeah, and I see a lot of motion by the Tigers out there starting the second half. I think they're fired up and ready to get after it.
34-26 ball game. It'll be 2 free throws coming for Caleb Carlson. And the first one rims off. All but down, but it fell off the right side of the ring. Abilene now tied 39 going to the fourth quarter in their matchup with Augusta. Cowboys stayed ranked this year. And Caleb banks in the second one. Why not? Got robbed on the first one. He needs a gift on the second. 34-27. Now Neer still in the backcourt. Case Green gets it across to Broderick Stowe. Now to Fischel. He'll attack and back it out. Out top Haggard for 3. Up and down. Another 3 for the Bulldogs. They're going to count the 3. They do call a foul against Marysville inside. That may be on Chase Green. Do they whistle this again? That is on Fischel. No, it is on Green. It's third. Yeah. So the three-pointer goes for Haggard. His first 3 of the game. Marysville's 5th three-pointer they've hit today. And it's 37-27. They're back up by 10. Cade Wallace in the direction. In the right wing. Good crossover. Gets toward the lane. Hands it off to Hamill. Brady goes strong. It's blocked. Now the loose ball foul against Caleb Carlson. Trying to keep that ball alive. It was brought down by Jacob Nelson. 7:13 to work third quarter. It's 37-27. Play Center down by 10. Basketball belongs to the Bulldogs against full court press. At the left side comes Fischel. Ball is chasing. Now the ball loose, and it's picked up by Cade Wallace. Cade will bring it back the other direction. He races down court, looking to go left baseline, and it's taken back away by the Bulldogs. Left side wing is Broderick Stowe. 37-27. Marysville the lead of 10. Bulldogs left wing Hager did a 3 earlier. Now Broderick Stowe tries one, and he drills another one. He has 8 points now, and the Tigers back down by 13. Cade Wallace, right corner. Now takes it toward the paint, drops it off lower for Carlson, and he walks to the basketball. Ball was loose, tipping around. Good idea by both Carlson and on the give from Wallace, but they called the travel on Caleb Carlson trying to get in. 40-27. The backcourt, Tigers again pressuring. Hamill trying to double team with Cade Wallace. They get it up the floor. Marysville across the timeline now. To the corner left it goes, and out top to Fischel. He'll dribble attack. Hager corner left for 3. This one's short. Finally, they missed a 3 here in the second half. Wallace down floor. Here's Richardson left side. Takes it all the way across the paint, turns, and has it blocked on the fall-away. 6:10 left to work, third period. Marysville leads it by 13 here, 40-27. Bulldogs bring it left to Fischel. Richardson defending. Tigers in the man-to-man right now. Wide and deep, they go low. Haggard inside the lane, little drop off the cut, and he puts it in. He now has 7. Play Center's down 15 points. Here's Cade Wallace, the dribble drive. Bounce pass low. Carlson takes it up. It's strong. The rebound comes off to Marysville. Bulldogs back the other direction, 42-27. They lead it. Stowe for 3. This one's strong. Rebound tipped by Richardson. Almost went in as he tried to keep the ball alive. Now it is put up and down by the Bulldogs. Fischel with another Fischel on the court. Gabe Fischel with the bucket. He has his first points of the game. Here's Bo Richardson. Takes it strong, foul. Almost got the roll. He will get to the free throw line. So Gabe Fischel gets the bucket on the other end. Freshman for the Bulldogs, who has played quite a few minutes in this game. Bo Richardson at the stripe of the Tigers has 4 points in the contest. His first trip to the line. and he knocks down the first of two, and at least breaks this tide of points coming through from the Bulldogs. 44-28. Richardson back at the stripe. Second charity up. This one's strong. Rebound comes off to Gabe Fischel, the freshman. He'll bring it across, left and deep for Broderick Stowe. Tigers down 44-28, 5:05 to go third period. Right side wing is Hager. He'll give it out top to Zach Fischel. It's taken away, picked by Richardson. The other direction for the lay-in is good. Bo Richardson, the steal and the finish, and now another near steal as Bo Richardson picks up the defensive intensity to a whole different degree. Good job 2 times in a row there by Bo. The steal and the finish, and then a near takeaway right afterward. Here's Gabe Fischel. He almost loses it, falling to the ground as he steps through a double team, and Colton Altice for the Tigers slow to get up, and you can tell an injured leg of some sort. He has really favored his left leg, but he is back on the court and trying to chase Gabe Fischel around. Here's Zach Fischel. Wrap-around pass inside. Now given back off, and could be a 3-second violation. I know Tiger fans would be hoping for one after they had one called against in the first half, but they called this a jump ball. Now Altizer will come out. Cade Wallace back in. Rosine, Leiby, Richardson, and Roteman on the court. Gabe Fischel outside to Zach Fischel, back in the corner for Broderick Stowe. 4:20 left, third quarter. Stowe takes it in the lane and drops it in with the foul. Tough shot for Broderick Stowe, and he's got a chance at a 3-point play here for the Bulldogs, who now lead at 46-30.
Can't let this get away from you guys. Stop them now and try and get a few points plus and give yourself a chance to lead the fourth quarter.
Stowe converts the 3-point play. It's kind of like the end of the second quarter, isn't it? Got to make a little bit of a move and get yourself around before you start the final 8 minutes. Here's Lane Leiby, right side wing to Roteman. Out top, Richardson. He'll dribble attack all the way to the lane. Lane is good. What a slash that time for Bo Richardson. And he all of a sudden has 5 in this quarter and 9 in the game. Leiby near steal. He'll be called for the bump. Just a fraction late getting to the basketball, and as he reached back at it again, he got the bump on the Marysville Bulldog. And so it's 47-32. Tigers down 15. Marysville with the basketball. Still 3:56 to go, third period. And now the pass through the hands of Zach Fischel, and Play Center gets a gift. Got to take advantage of those that you do get. Cade Wallace brings it across the timeline. Has it out on the wing left. Jump pass down low for Rosine, and it's tipped and then out of bounds to Play Center. It stays on their baseline. 47-32 with 3:45 to work, third period. Officials have stopped play. I don't know if they had the clock maybe moving or if they're checking on the arrow, but it is Clay Center's basketball regardless. It wasn't a jump ball on that play, but they did go to the scorer's table for something. Here's Cade Wallace, bumped out top by Gabe Fischel. It's taken away. Fischel the other direction, backs it out, now attacks in the lane, reverse lay and goes, and he's fouled, and a chance at a 3-point play here for the Bulldogs. They go back up by 17. And this freshman's been pretty impressive in the minutes he's played tonight, Larry.
Yeah, I think he got away with a little contact on that one. He probably got fouled somebody worse than he got fouled on his bucket. But, yep, pretty impressive.
49-32. The foul was called on Cade Wallace. It is his second. 17-point Bulldog lead. Fischel has 5 all in this quarter. 3:33 to work, third quarter. Right baseline. Here's Roteman inside. Leiby can't get the lay-in. Right back up on the offensive board. It's good. Lane Leiby now has 8. Tigers trailing here by 16. Fischel out top. Right on the wing it goes to Zach Fischel. He'll dribble penetrate. Try to drop it low with the bounce pass to Nelson, and it's kicked out of bounds by Play Center. The Bulldogs keep it on their own baseline. 50-34. The Tigers trailing with 3:15 to go, third period. Corner left it goes. Outside, now the drive down low. There's Gabe Fischel, the freshman. Little floater won't go this time. It was picked up by Bo Richardson. He'll bring it himself. Left on the wing, Cade Wallace. Fake the 3. Steps toward the paint, little leaner, falling away, blocked, and picked up by the Bulldogs. Just under 3 to work. Zach Fischel down court, behind the back, goes in the corner right to Gabe Fischel. Now up top, bucket is up, and it is good. And another bucket in from one of the young guys here for the Bulldogs. And now we've got a timeout taken by the Tigers. Down 18, 2:43 to work in this third period for Tiger basketball. Rolling your way next.
We know you're busy and we have just the product for you. It's secure, it's convenient, it's easy. No time to make a deposit at the bank? Click it with UBT's new mobile deposit service. Simply sign, click, and submit your check image for deposit. Speak with your local branch representative on qualification details on mobile deposit. United Bank and Trust. You bank, we deliver. Member FDIC. Mobile remote deposits functional on iPhone and Android apps only. Data rates may apply. Check with your mobile phone carrier for details.
Debenham Electric Heating and Air has the experience to properly diagnose and repair any electrical problem. They can handle electrical wiring on residential, commercial, and ag projects. They also specialize in heating and air systems. They'll make sure your heating unit and AC are running at peak performance or install a new unit to heat or cool your home comfortably. Next time you need a reliable electrician, give Debenham Electric Heating and Air a call. Serving Clay, Washington, Riley, and Cloud counties.
Back to Marysville. Tigers trailing 52-34. Along with our studio engineers, Cody Seabold, Bernie Fancello, Walk Wallace with us tonight. And the Tigers needing to make something magical really happen down the stretch in the third to get them back within reach for the fourth quarter. They fell behind by 13 in the first half and got it to 8 at halftime, and now the Bulldogs have come out and really thrown another roundhouse at them. They lead it by 18 points. Here's Rotman, left quarter court. Looks to the high post for Richardson. Bo will attack again. Bucket. Good chance and a three-point play for Bo Richardson, who has really come out here and just tried to lift the energy of this team on his shoulders. And not just that he's scoring, but that you just see such energy and attitude from him. Now he's got a chance back at the free throw side. Had a really good third quarter here. Like I said, a lot of energy and showing a lot of quickness and athleticism, getting the ball to the hoop and putting it in and giving himself a chance for a conventional three-pointer. 52-36. The foul was called against Jayden Haggard, I believe. Just his first. Bo Richardson, a chance to convert an old-fashioned three. He was 1 of 2 in the first half from the stripe. He makes this one. Correction, 1 of 2 in this quarter from the stripe, so he's 2 of 3 now at the line. He has 12 points to lead the Tigers in scoring. Right baseline, shot up for 3 and good. And that is 5 points now from the freshman off the sideline. Outside is Rotman, 2:07 to work. 55-37, Richardson has it left wing. So Richardson makes the big play, the drive, and converted the three-point play, and then right back to it with a three-point shot. Now Lane Libby is fouled on his way into the bucket. This will be free throws regardless. I think it'll be on the shot, but it would be a 1-and-1 if not.
So we said one thing that Clay Center needed to do to keep Merritt to get back in this basketball game was to let him shoot such a good shooting percentage. Right, well, they're 8 of 11 here in the second half. And it's really not a product of us playing that bad a defense. They're just knocking it down.
I agree.
That's the third three-pointer here from the third quarter. Wow.
The free throw line, Lane Lively hits the first, missed the second rebound. Richardson, he'll take it back up in a crowd. It won't go. Here's Rosine battling, and now a foul called. This goes against the Tigers, and they'll send it the other direction. 55-38. It'll be Marysville's possession, and they have a 17-point lead here in the late third period. Chase Green will inbound. They will come in near the sideline. Green gets it back. Ball tip taken away. Ian Rotman has it. Numbers the other direction. Here's Seabold in the lane. He goes strong. No, yet right back up. He's fouled. And Caleb Seabold didn't get the first one to go, but he was right back up with the offensive board. And now he gets 2 free throws coming. Junior for the Tigers, 2 of 6 from the line on the season. And he'll get 2 free throws coming here. And it's 45 to go third period. Free throw up and rattling out. They'll have one more chance coming. Jeff Bloomer in now for the Bulldogs. Seabold. This time the free throw good. He's 1 of 2 at the stripe. His first point on the evening. 55-39. Full court pressure again. Rosine, Seabold, Richardson down court. Now they fired up to the timeline. Ian Roman reaches in, takes it away. It's a jump ball before he's able to rip it out of the hands of Gabe Peaschel, the freshman. So Ian Roman's a good workup at the half-court stripe. Seabold into the backcourt for Bo Richardson. That is Seabold, a minute 30 left. 55-39, Bulldogs lead. Left wing Lively, kick out. Rotman, fake on the three. He'll attack the lane. Jump stop in the paint. Won't get the lay-in. Rebound, Seabold battling. It's off of the Tigers. Well, Ian Rotman, an athletic move, got himself deep in the paint on the jump stop and just couldn't get it to fall in on the lay-in. Now we've got a foul in the backcourt against the Tigers. A minute 18 to go, third period. Bulldogs lead it here by 16 points, 55-39. Foul on Bo Richardson. It's his second. Tigers stay in the full court pressure. The backcourt, Broderick Stowe comes across Chase Green, attacks the lane, cut off by Lively, pass across paint, jump ball call as Richardson ties it up on the floor with Lindhorst, and the arrow goes to the Bulldogs. So Marysville takes it out underneath their own basket, left of the window. Corner right, it goes to Lindhorst. Stowe back in the corner, Chase Green. Now the bounce pass out top Stowe. Left wing, they swing it around. Gabe Peaschel has it. Ball tipped by Rotman. Picked up by Lindhorst. He'll turn, square it up in the middle, and misses it over Rosine. Rebound to Ethan Rosine, and then off the lane, Lively. Lane toward the paint. Now to Rosine. Ball tipped for a moment. Goes toward the backcourt. Great hustle from Bo Richardson. Keeps it in the front court. Now a mad rugby scrum between Richardson and two Bulldog defenders, and it's tied up. Jump ball going to play center, and the official now calling for a foul to wipe up some of the perspiration where the Tiger and Bulldogs that dove in. So they'll clean that up a little bit. 45 seconds left to go here in the third. 55-39. In Bulldogs leading. Seabold, Lively, Richardson, Rotman, Rosine on the floor for the Tigers. He missed it earlier. Lady Tigers hung on to win one against Marysville, 41-38. Pass inside Rosine, back to the bucket. Weaves his way in the paint, puts it off glass and good. Rosine has 9, and now a near steal by Ethan. In the backcourt, he does force the turnover. And the Tigers trying to make a move here late third period, down by 14, 55-41. They get the basketball back with 34 seconds left. Rosine, the bucket, then the near steal, eventually did force the turnover. Into the backcourt it goes to Richardson. Bo brings it across, working right, now back left for Seabold, 28 to work. Give him Seabold off the lane, Lively. Lane to Richardson. He'll attack the paint all the way to the lane. Can't get it down. Rebound battled for inside. A jump ball call again. And this time the arrow belongs to Marysville with 19.3 to work. That's about 5 or 6 jump balls we've had this quarter. Crazy, isn't it? Yeah. 55-41. Left sideline, Gabe Peaschel. Fires it down further on the sideline in the front court, and Chase Green walks with the basketball. Got caught in the crowd. The Tigers able to force the turnover. Ian Rotman over in the area. And so it's Clay Center's basketball, down by 14, but they do have possession with 13 to work. And after trailing by as many as 18, a chance to get it a little bit closer here before they go to the final quarter. Lively's got to look for 3, squares it up, and it's off the mark. Rebound comes away to the Bulldogs. They will not get a shot away as the buzzer sounds. We're headed to the final 8 minutes. Tigers trail here 55-41 to the Bulldogs.
Do you believe professionalism should be rewarded? When you find a contractor who shows up early, works long days, gets the job done on time with expertise, cleans up so well you can't tell they've been there except for the fact their work is finished and looking great, you know that's the only contractor you'll ever want to hire. These are words that an actual customer has used to describe McGee Roofing. The customer has used McGee Roofing twice and will again. Reward professionalism, hire McGee Roofing.
During the holiday season, more than ever, our thoughts turn gratefully to those who have made our progress possible. And in this spirit, Farmway Co-op invites members to an area customer appreciation event to say thank you for your past business and continued support. Please join your co-op family for a meal and special presentation from CEO Art Dirksen at one of our area Farmway customer appreciation events in December. Call 785-738-2241 or visit farmwaycoop.com for details.
55-41 going to the final quarter. The Tigers down, but they did cut an 18-point lead down and had possession even before the end of the third, so they're continuing to battle right now. Clay Centerville has the basketball. Caleb Siebold, Bo Richardson, Ian Rotman, Ethan Rosine, Lane Libey on the court for the Tigers as we head into this final quarter, and the Tigers turn it over on their opening possession. 55-41. They're trailing by 14. It'll be Marysville's basketball. Full court press continues for the Tigers, and it has at times really caused the Bulldogs trouble. And now a steal. Richardson to Rosine, who attacks. He's fouled. A chance at a three-point play. Ethan Rosine takes it strong. He is in double digits with 10 and a chance here at the stripe to cut this lead down to 11. Bo Richardson tipped it first. Rosine got it in a loose ball situation, and he just attacked immediately. Got the contact, the third foul on Nelson. And now Rosine at the stripe, strong. Rebound, battled for, pulled away by Lindhorst. 7:40 left to work. Tigers down by 12, 55-43. I think I said it was down to 11. He could have made it 11 with the free throw. 55-43, Lindhorst goes across. Near steal by Siebold, and now the Bulldogs call for a 3-second violation. So the Tigers have it back, down by a dozen. Rosine will inbound to Lane Libey. Rodman, Siebold, and Richardson down the floor. Here's Rodman, left wing, pulls the trigger on a 15-footer and buries it. Ian Rodman, the senior, knocks it in. The lead's down to 10. Full court pressure again. Broderick Stows gives it off in the backcourt. Now it skipped across to Zach Peschel. And a steal by Siebold. Down court for Rosine. As a chance in the lane, the ball slipped away, and they're going to call this a travel against Rosine. The ball poked away, and the official says he caught it on the hip. It was a bang-bang call. Coach Kelly Williams is going to argue the call. I don't think it's going to change, obviously, but I would have to say something about this one, too. I didn't think he traveled. The ball got popped loose. He was spinning in the paint. What a steal by Caleb Siebold on the other end. Now the Tigers are getting full court pressure and trying to get this lead down to single digits. They've trailed by as many as 18 in this quarter, and now Lindhorst throws it away. And the Tigers have it back in the front court. Ian Rodman hit the bucket to cut it to 10. Who do the Tigers have now to hit one to cut it inside single digits? Bo Richardson out deep for Siebold. Works left with the dribble. Now still has the dribble. 5 count on. He stops. They're trying to get Libey at the point. They go inside the lane. Rosine bump, gets it back. Now almost falls. Now takes the trigger off left. And Rosine knocks it in. Quick draw. Puts the lead down to 8 again. 55-47. There's 6:44 remaining in this ball game. The Tigers are making a run here in Marysville. Stay with us. More Tiger basketball continues next.
The holiday season is here, and Twin Valley would like to thank their loyal customers.
You didn't have to choose Twin Valley as your telecommunications company, but we're certainly glad you did.
We truly appreciate your loyalty throughout the years.
We've been fortunate enough to be in business for over 65 years, and that's all because of you.
Thank you from your friends at Twin Valley.
Happy holidays!
Roscoe, do you know what's great about Wednesdays?
Not much that I can think of, boss.
Well, let me tell you. At Central Office and Clay Center through December, we'll be having a new gift special starting every Wednesday with discounts of 20% or more on our top-selling gift lines.
Wow, that is great. And what ridiculous thing would you like me to do to demonstrate?
I'm glad you asked. Congratulations. You are the new Central Office Service and Supply gift elf. Check out these pointy shoes.
Why did I even ask?
Tigers trailing here, 55-47. Wonk, what a performance to get themselves back in this game once again.
they're just scrapping their way into this basketball game, and they're starting to get Marysville a little bit nervous and turning the ball over. Last one was really unforced in the pressure. Now they got a double team. The freshman Peschel gets it away. Now nearly a travel. Roteman the steal. It's stripped back away, and then Roteman steals it back one more time. Ian Roteman had the steal, got it stripped, took it right back away, and the Tigers had the basketball down by 8. Still 6:25 left in this ball game. Caleb Seabold, right baseline to Libby. Lane, skip pass left deep for Roteman. Hit a two-pointer earlier. Now dribble drives, and a foul against the Bulldogs. This will be a 1-and-1 chance for Ian Roteman. That was a great recognition, I think, there by Roteman. He had a three-point look, maybe, but instead he ball faked and really attacked and drew that contact. When you're playing against a team that's shooting such a high percentage of Marysville, there's only, there's a couple of ways you can keep yourself in the game, and that's get them to turn it over, which the Tigers are starting to do, and beat them at the free throw line, which we've done all game. They have done a good job thus far. 1-and-1 chance here for Ian Roteman. First free throw is good, and his lead is now down to 7, and certainly with 6:15 to go, a very manageable score now for the Tigers to work against. One more free throw for Roteman. The lead is 7. He could cut it to 6, and he does. The senior, a big bucket a moment ago from the left wing, and now 2 free throws down. And Marysville has turned it back over again. The Bulldogs, you said, you could just see them tightening up. It was so easy for a while, and now we've seen 2 unforced turnovers in the backcourt. 55-49. Tigers have it back down by just 6. They have shut out Marysville through the first 2 minutes of this third quarter, while they have put 8 of their own on the board and gotten right back in the game. Here's Richardson, left wing, Libby. Fake on the 3, steps in, 2-ball, tries, good! Magic knocks it in, and this ball game's down to 4 points, 55-51. Pressure again by the Tigers. Hager down court. Nelson in the corner right. Steps back, gives it outside to a guard. Hager will go right wing. There's the freshman Peschel for 3, and he drills it. He has 8 points all in the second half to lead back to 7. Wayne Libby, the big trigger last time, down for 2. He's trying to post it low. Here's Roteman. Outside to Richardson. He'll dribble left baseline. Stops. Outside left wing for Libby. Top of the key now to Seabold. 5:15 left to go. Richardson left side wing. He'll dribble attack. Hangs in the air. Shot off last though. The rebound yanked away inside by Gabe Peschel. Right sideline with the basketball comes Zach Peschel, the older point guard, the senior. Just under 5 to go. Tigers trailing 58-51. Out top and deep is Nelson. He'll give it off to Gabe Peschel. To Zach Peschel inside. Backdoor cut. Richardson diving steal. Roteman diving get to the tie ball. And the arrow going to Marysville. But again, scrapping, I think, is what Wonk called it earlier, and we saw it again. 2 guys getting in the dirt to go after the basketball. Yeah, I think we're breaking records. Jump balls and half the basketball up here.
I think you're in. There were a bunch in the girls' game. You remember, there was a stretch that seemed like that was going on. 4:44 to go, fourth quarter. It's 58-51 Bulldogs. Little break in action is with the dive on the floor. Foul comes out, and actually the Bulldogs decide to take a timeout. Tigers down by 7. We got a ball game. 4:44 to go, fourth quarter, when we come back.
Do you remember the mess you had in your fields this year because of all those weeds? Wonder how much yield you missed out on because of those blasted weeds. But not next year, no way. You're going to pay a visit to the guys at Wilbur Ellis and Reed Seed Sales. Get a jump on that nasty weed problem now with a tailor-made solution for crop protection and nutrition from Wilbur Ellis and Reed Seed Sales. Come next spring, you'll be ahead of the game. See Brent, Allen, Darren, Kent, or Mike Green at Wilbur Ellis and Reed Seed Sales.
Girton Propane has been providing services and employment opportunities since 1954. Continued growth keeps them on the lookout for qualified company and owner-operator drivers. If you're interested in joining the Girton team, call Andy at 800-232-0170. Girton transports liquid commodities throughout 48 states and is a recognized leader within the transport industry. Girton Propane is committed to excellence, safety, and quality service. Girton, the responsible choice.
Well, the Tigers battling back in it. They were down by as many as 18 in the third quarter. They got it to 14 before the quarter break. They've had it down to as low as 6, and now trail 7 in Marysville with the basketball. This has turned into a ball game, huh?
Sure has. Exciting night in Marysville, Kansas.
Marysville will take it out of bounds from the baseline. Lady Tigers, exciting game there, too, winning by 3 earlier tonight. Here the Tigers down 7. Marysville with the possession. Here is Zach Pichel guarded by Siebold. 5 count is on. Now he gets rid of it to Haggard. Brady Hamill's on him. Siebold, Hamill, Carlson, Rosine, Libby on the floor. Haggard to drive, and then offensive charge against the Bulldogs. Lane Libby steps in, and the Tigers have possession back down by 7. 4:28 still to go in the game. Basketball belongs to the Tigers. A bucket of any variety would have them as close as they have been since the first quarter. They trailed by 13 in the second quarter at one point and got it back to 8 at the halftime break. They were down by 18 at one time in the third quarter, got it to 14, and now here in the early stages of the fourth period have really made a run. They trail by 7. They've just kept inching their way back in this ball game. Again, we've got perspiration. That's not perspiration out here. Wonk, that's sweat on the floor. They're trying to mop up. Zach Fischel to steal, then almost lost it, but Marysville does have the basketball back on kind of a soft pass down court. Rosine blocks a three-point try, and then on the rebound, it's going to be a foul called against Caleb Siebold. Marysville defender was up in the air for the rebound, or the offensive player up in the air for the rebound, and Siebold, they said, cut in underneath of it. A freshman from Marysville is not afraid to pull the trigger on three, is he? No conscience on that guy, let me tell you. Never met a shot he didn't like. It is a 1-and-1 chance here for Adam Lindors. He scored 8 first-half points. He's yet to score here in the second half. 1-1 chance, free throw up, and strong, but the Tigers don't clear the board. Gabe Pichel comes up with it to Lindors. He'll attack, kicks it out left. Now it's Zach Pichel for 3, and he drills it. He had 12 first-half points. That's the first time he scored it here in the second half. And now the Bulldogs back up by 10, 61-51. Still 3:56 to go. Right wing is Libby. Left from Siebold, Hamill has it. His pass to the lane is tipped and now taken away. Bulldogs back the other direction. Haggard stops on the wing right. Here's Lindors. Out top. 3:38 left to go in this game. Near steal by Siebold. Now he just out-races the Bulldogs. The lay-in good. Caleb Siebold the steal and the finish on the other end. Now Libby the near steal. And it will be play center knocking it out of bounds. So Marysville keeps it, but the lead back down to 8. And Caleb Siebold just wanted that basketball more than anybody else did that time, huh?
That was huge. Because with Marysville's possession, I was thinking to myself, in my mind, if they score here, we're in big trouble. Instead, get the steal, get it back within another 2.
Right back within 8 points, 61-53. Here's a drive by Zach Pichel. It'll be a foul on Bo Richardson. Pichel will have a 1-and-1 count. The Pichel now has 15. That's Zach, the senior. And he'll be at the line for the 1-and-1 here. 61-53. Gabe Pichel, the freshman, comes out. And Zach Pichel at the stripe will shoot a 1-and-1. Front end up and rimming off. Rebound tipped by Richardson. Now loose, and he picks it up to the board for the Tigers. Down court quickly is Rotman, left wing. He'll ball fake it, drive it to the glass, lay in no. Rebound comes off to Broderick Stone. Boy, great drive by Rotman, who's been big in the second half. At that time, just unable to do it. Boy, Coach Kelly Williams has a point. They're going to call a blocking foul on Rotman. And Zach Pichel doing a little bit of playground behind the back. Bill and one tour they used to go around. It's exactly what he did. They didn't call the travel. They called the blocking foul. You don't get away with that very often anymore in high school basketball. This will be the final 1-and-1 for either team. And he misses again, but the Tigers still down just 8 with 3:05 to go. Caleb Siebold toward the lane, all the way to the glass. Hangs in the air, and it won't fall in. Terrific move, everything but the finish. Now down low, Nelson near the block, doesn't want it. Back out. Pichel does for 3. It's strong. Long rebound. Libby pulls it down. Tigers with the basketball. Important possessions, wide open three, Blaine Lively, in and out. And it stays at 8 points with 2:40 to go. Down court, Zach Fischel and Coach Brown wants a timeout. He nearly, we're going to keep it right here because I don't know if you were watching the coach and Zach Fischel brought that down. He almost went out and played defense on him so he could stop him, so he could call a timeout. He wanted to get this thing slowed down. They've come down and jacked up some shots. I don't think he's real happy with it.
No, that's they have a lead like that, and they've kind of allowed us to. Well, first of all, they missed a couple of front end of 1-on-1. And that helps us a lot. And then they've jacked up a couple of shots that they were open, but you really don't want to take them that this late in the game with the lead. 61-53. Still opportunities here for the Tigers, but it will be a double bonus for both teams from here on out. So if there is a foul, there will be at least 2 free throws. 2:36 remain, so obviously every possession becomes extremely valuable. Jacob Nelson will inbound from the sideline for Marysville into Broderick Stowe. Ball loose for a minute. Lively nearly had it. Stowe still with the basketball. 5 count on. Now he puts the dribble down and hands it outside to Lindhorst. Rosine on him. He'll hand it away to Zach Fischel, who has the dribble. 2:20 left to go in this game. Tigers trail by 8. Nelson with Seabold on in. Seabold's had a couple of steals, and we've got a reach-in foul now against the Tiger Jr. over pressuring. And the old mirror drill, he was doing it to perfection with the offensive player trying to get a 5 count. Nelson will shoot 2. As we said, it's a double bonus from here on out. Seabold with his 4th foul on that play. And again, a missed free throw for the Bulldogs. Jacob Nelson misses the first of 2. 61-53. Nelson trying to add to a Bulldog 8-point lead. Second free throw also misses. Rebound battle for Rosine. Snatches it away. 2:12 left to go. Tigers, again, possessions are important, but there is plenty of time. Down 8. 2:05 to go. Stevold to Bo Richardson. They go left on the wing to Rotman. Rosine calling for it. But Nelson right in the area. Here's Lively to the free throw line. Leans and gets the contact against Fischel. This will be 2 free throws. So important possession, check. Do something with it, check. Lively does that, and then he gets a bonus check for stopping the clock, Larry. Yeah, and when you get down to this point in the game, that keeps the score with the clock stop, that's extra special.
And Lively now is 4 of 5 at the line, and he does make the first free throw. A chance now to cut this to 2 possessions. If he makes the free throw, it's down to a 6-point ball game. Lively now with 11 points tonight. Made the first. Second free throw is good as well. Great release on both of those. 61-55. Again, we got a ball game. Marysville against pressure. Gabe Fischel. Down court. Seabold, the steal, the save, and the Tigers have it. Down the floor. Lively to Rosine. The head and shoulder fake. Can't get it down. His own rebound. Back up and go. Seabold has it. He'll muscle it up. It won't go. The Tigers got 3 looks in the lane and just couldn't finish it. 1:33 left. Lead is 6 for the Bulldogs. Near steal again. It's Gabe Fischel with it against Rotman. Now off to Zach Fischel. Seabold on in. What a steal he made on the other end. He's going to foul out here to stop the clock. 1:21 remaining. Racing down court. You know, Caleb Seabold's a top-tier cross-country runner. Well, he could be a sprinter after seeing what he did going down the floor that time. That was a tremendous steal.
He's had a whale in the second half. He's put his heart and soul into getting the team back in this game. And he's made some buckets, made some steals, played some great defense. Heck of an effort.
Cade Wallace in for him after that 5th foul. This will be 2 free throws for Zach Fischel. There's 15 points. First free throw rims off. Bulldogs have missed some free throws in this 4th quarter. This thing could have almost been put away, packaged for him, but it's kind of keeping the Tigers within reach. Second free throw, this one's in. He has 16 points now. 1:20 to go. Tigers down by 7. Here's Lively. Ball fake on the 3. Takes it to the paint. Gives it off to Rosine. He'll take it up. Swat it toward the baseline. He gets it back. corner right. Rosine back out deep for Richardson with a minute 6. Richardson to the corner. Roteman, 3-ball is no good, and a foul call. This will be 3 free throws for Ian Roteman as he's fouled on the tray try. Down by 7. Huge opportunity for the Tigers, with, again, no clock moving and 3 free throws coming. Bulldogs getting ready to substitute in. Ian Roteman, though, will have 3 free throws coming. He'll get to shoot 2 of those before they bring in the substitution. 62-55. Again, officials doing some mop duty with the towel where that last play took place. Roteman with 4 points in the ball game, all in this fourth quarter. A 2-point pull-up from about 17 feet away, and then 2 free throws. First free throw here is short. They'll get 2 more coming. A minute, quarter left in the game. 62-55. Tigers trail. Here is the second of 3 free throws. This one falls off. Looks like it was going down, and he's got 1 more still to come. Gabe Fischel and Broderick Stowe in for the Bulldogs. At the free throw stripe, Ian Roteman with 1 more chance. Missed on the first 2. It's cut it to 6. Free throw up and good. So Roteman has 5. Tigers full court pressure off the made free throw. Zach Fischel to Nelson up the court. Stowe's right sideline is Gabe Fischel. The freshman with 55 to work. Roteman on him. To the corner for Zach Fischel. Cade Wallace guarding. Tigers down 6. Have to stop the clock. Zach Fischel with it. Now he gives it off to Nelson. Roteman does foul with 44.9 to go. And it'll be Nelson to the stripe to shoot 2. Again, down by 6. 2 possessions. Free throws big for Marysville. Misses huge if they do for the Tigers to stay in this ball game. Nelson at the line has 6 points. All came in the first half. He's 0 for 2 at the stripe. That was in this fourth quarter. Free throw up and free throw good. He has 7 now. Now the lead back to 7 points at 63-56. 45 seconds remain. Second free throw is also down for the senior, who has 8. Tigers down 8. Lane Lively up the court, 41 seconds. Looking for a screen. Works it left. Goes left baseline. Roteman. Step back 3-ball. Just strong. Rosine tips it. Lively across paint for Wallace. Taken away by the Bulldogs with 30 seconds now left. Lively will foul in the backcourt. Now they'll put Zach Fischel at the free throw line on the other end. Now 28.6 seconds remaining. And to the free throw line will go Zach Fischel has 16 points to lead all scores. He had 12, though. You remember in the first half, got off to a huge start. Free throw here is good. He's hit 2 straight free throws. He had missed his first 2 of the half. 65-56, now the lead back to 9. And he buries both. Tigers, Lane Lively up the right side. Brings it across the timeline to Bo Richardson. Bo at the top of the key. Fakes on the 3. Now goes left. Here's Roteman. He'll dribble attack. Jump stop in the lane. All the way to the paint. No. Rebound. Pulled away by Nelson. And with the Tigers down 10, 13 seconds, see if they foul or let this thing ride out. Marysville's going to get out with their 3rd win against 1 loss. The Tigers will drop to 0-3 and 0-1 in the NCKL. Your final, Marysville hangs on to win it. Tigers a great effort down the stretch. It's a 66-56 final here on the road against the Bulldogs. Stay with us. Your postgame will be coming up in just a moment.
Union State Bank would like to thank all of you for shopping right here at home this Christmas season. It's been amazing to see you supporting the hometown businesses to ensure your dollars stay here, making a difference in the community. That is something you can feel great about. Union State Bank appreciates the conscious effort you've made to shop local, and all of their hometown Christmas merchants are grateful for your business. From everyone at Union State Bank, Merry Christmas.
Choosing vinyl siding as an exterior finish for your home has several benefits. Vinyl siding offers durability, decreased maintenance, a neat and clean look and feel, and an affordable solution for exterior finishes. Geisler Roofing and Home Improvement continues to serve North Central Kansas with crane board, fiber cement, and steel siding solutions for your home or business with conventional or foam back siding. Geisler Roofing and Home Improvement will help transform the look of your home.
Being a student athlete means carrying great responsibility because you represent not only yourself, but also your family, school, and community. Taking pride in academics is as important as taking pride in athletics. So whether in the classroom or on the court or field, develop passion for what you do. Be determined in your endeavors and work hard to achieve your goals. These qualities will help you succeed and find fulfillment now and in the next chapters of your life. We're proud to stand behind you, Tigers. We're Clay County National Bank, member FDIC.
Do you believe professionalism should be rewarded? When you find a contractor who shows up early, works long days, gets the job done on time with expertise, cleans up so well you can't tell they've been there except for the fact their work is finished and looking great, you know that's the only contractor you'll ever want to hire. These are words that an actual customer has used to describe McGee Roofing. The customer has used McGee Roofing twice and will again. Reward professionalism, hire McGee Roofing.
The most advanced technologies in mechanized irrigation. That's why Valley Irrigation stands alone. Our commitment to engineering center pivot solutions that maximize grower efficiency has led to industry firsts, like Base Station, the ultimate tool for remote monitoring and control. Leading the way. That's the way we do business at Valley.
See Republican Valley Irrigation or call 632-5588.
Well, the Tigers will come out of here with the loss tonight, although a tremendous battle to keep themselves in this ball game at all. Larry, they were down 13 in the second quarter, got it back to 8. 18 points they trailed in the third period and got it back to as low as 6 points with possession even. In the fourth quarter. And they had Marysville rattled. They did. They really did. You're right. And then a freshman gets a three-pointer. That really shouldn't have taken. I know. And that really was a bad shot, and it stopped their magic, though. But I agree completely. The Tigers, man, you can't say enough about their hustle and their scrappiness here in the second half of this basketball game to get themselves back into it. Marysville shot the ball phenomenal, Rocky. They were 25 out of 41, wow, which has got to be up pushing 70%. And 9 out of 19, which is almost 50% from three from beyond the arc, and that's unheard of. So, unreal. Pretty hard to overcome that, but the Tigers give it a shot. Almost did overcome it. You're right. Zach Fischel had 18 points to lead the way for the Bulldogs. Broderick Stowe's 11. 8 each from Gabe Fischel, Jacob Nelson, Adam Lindhorst, and then 7 from Jayden Haggard and Jack Bloomer had 5. Tigers get 13 from Ethan Rosine tonight. He goes to double digits first time. 12 from Lane Libby, 12 from Bo Richardson, 7 for Brady Hamill, 5 from Ian Rotman, 3 points for Caleb Siebold, Caleb Carson, and Cade Wallace both with 2. There were some guys I think need to be mentioned down the stretch for the Tigers. Ian Rotman stepped up and really made some big plays both ends of the court. I thought Caleb Siebold gave a new energy level that kind of kicked him up a different notch and really made some huge plays defensively and on the offensive end. And I thought really it was Bo Richardson who kind of set a tone for the Tigers that we're going to stay in this game, and as the seniors should there down the stretch. And a lot of guys were contributing. Ethan Rosine, we mentioned, and you could go up and down the lineup. But I thought those 3 guys really sent a message. Yeah, we got to go. There was a lot of sparks going on out there, but you mentioned the 3 biggest sparks that helped us get back to the game. Yeah, great stuff for the Tigers to come back and make a game of what looked like was going to get out of hand. They end up with a 10-point loss. 66-56 is your final. Earlier, it was the Clay Center Lady Tigers who held on to win 41-38 over Marysville to go to 2-1 now in the season, 1-0 in the NCKL. The Tigers again a loss 66-56 in the nightcap. Don't forget tomorrow, Tiger Wrestling Invitational. Coverage begins with top of the hour reports at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning right here on KCOY. For our studio engineers, Cody Siebold, for Bernie Fancella, Wonk Wallace along with us. Always appreciate the road trip with Wonk. This is Rocky Downing, as our postgame is brought to you by Clay County National Bank, McGee Roofing, Farmers Union Insurance, Jim Gearhand, Debenham Electric Heating and Air, Republican Valley Irrigation, telling you to enjoy your sports Friday.